Hello traders, this is Dr. Zain Agha from zwinner.com. Here are my recommendations to trade the news during the week starting 16th of October and ending on the 20th of October 2023. But first, the disclaimer. Forex trading carries high risk. Do not trade with the money you cannot afford to lose. This is for educational purpose only. I am not a financial advisor, therefore I will not be responsible for any loss incurred. Please trade on a demo account first until you are confident. On Monday, the 16th of October at 1:30 p.m. London time, we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index coming out of USA. It's a survey of about 200 manufacturers in New York State, which asks respondents to rate the relative level of general business conditions as against 1.9 previous. So this is very, very bad for the US dollar. If it comes out in a minus figure, any minus figure, then you need to sell the US dollar. And if it comes out in a positive figure more than 2.0, then you need to buy the US dollar. Then at 10:45 p.m., we have from New Zealand the Consumer Price Index, and it's a quarterly one, expected at 1.9% as against 1.1%. So if it comes out more than 2.5%, in that case you need to buy the New Zealand dollar. If it comes out in a minus figure, then you need to sell the New Zealand dollar. At 7 a.m. London time, you have the claimant count change coming out from the United Kingdom. It's expected to be 2.3k as against 0.9k the previous one. This is the change of people claiming unemployment. So unemployment claims are expected to be much, much higher than the previous week. If it comes out more than 3,000, then you need to sell the British pound. And if it comes out at less than 0.5k, then you need to buy the British pound. At 1:30 p.m., we have the Consumer Price Index coming out of Canada. It's expected to be 0.0% as against 0.4% previous. So also you have, this is the monthly one, then you also have the yearly one coming out and the trimmed one. So look at the yearly one, is 4% expected as against 4.1% previous. If it comes out 4.5% or more, then you need to buy the Canadian dollar. If it comes out less than 3.5%, then you need to sell the Canadian dollar. And at the same time, you have the core retail sales coming out of USA. It's expected to be 0.2% as against 0.6%. Not a good news for the US dollar. And so if it comes out at 1% or more than 1%, then you can buy the US dollar. If it comes out in a minus figure, then you need to sell the US dollar. And then also at the same time, you have the retail sales, the monthly one coming out of USA, expected at 0.3% as against 0.6% previous. So if it comes out 1% or more, then you need to buy the US dollar. If it comes out in a minus figure, then you need to sell the US dollar. Then on Wednesday, the 18th of August, at 3 a.m., we have the Chinese news, so we do not trade the Chinese news. At 7 a.m., we have the British news coming out of England. The Consumer Price Index is a yearly one. and is expected to be 6.6% as against similar 6.7% previous. Now, if it comes out 7% or more, then you need to buy the British pound. If it comes out less than 6%, like 5.9% or lower, then you need to sell the British pound. On Thursday, the 19th of October, at 1:30 a.m. London time, we have the employment change coming out of Australia, and also at the same time unemployment rate coming out. So the employment change is expected to be much lower than the previous one at 20.9k as against 64.9k. So not a good news for the Australian dollar. So if it comes out more than 70k, only then buy Australian dollar. If it comes out less than 15k, then sell the Australian dollar. Now you have also the unemployment rate is expected to be the same like previous, 3.7%. So if the unemployment rate goes to more than 4%, in that case you need to sell the Australian dollar. If it goes to less than 3%, then you need to buy the Australian dollar. And on the same day, Thursday the 19th of October at 1:30 p.m., we have the unemployment claims coming out of USA, expected to be a little bit worse than last one at 210k as against 209k previous. If it comes out 215k or more, in that case you need to sell the US dollar. If it comes out less than 200k, then you need to buy the US dollar. And then on Friday, the 20th of October at 7 a.m. London time, we have the monthly retail sales coming out of Great Britain, United Kingdom, expected to be worse than previous, minus 0.3% as against 0.4%. If the figure comes out in a positive figure, 1% or more, then you need to buy the British pound. If it comes out in a minus figure, then you need to sell the British pound. Now these are the news we're going to have this week. So I hope you will make good money. Just follow the recommendations and you can't go wrong. So share this news with your fellow traders and friends. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And I wish you all the best. So see you next week. Take care and bye-bye.